Good day, all. Noida Indian Authority opens two dog shelters to be operated by Residents Association. The Noida Authority on Friday inaugurated two dog shelters in Sector 50 and Sector 135 in India, in line with the dog policy that was implemented in the city on December 12, 2022. The Noida Authority on Friday, with the dog policy that was official, said this will be the first such shelter in the city that will be run by support from the respective resident welfare association. Stray dogs that are sick or aggressive and require a shelter home will be kept there, said officials. The upkeep of the shelter and its expenses will be borne by the RWA, Residents Workers Association of the particular sector, they said. The two dog shelters were inaugurated by Noida Authority Executive Officer Ritu Maheshwar. A total of four dog shelters are to be constructed by the Noida Authority in Sector 30, 50, 93B and 135. The shelters in Sector 50, 135 have been completed and opened, while the construction work of the remaining two shelters is expected to be completed by March 31. These dog shelters will be transferred to the RWAs of the respective sector. These shelters will be the first such facilities in National Capital Region NCR that in India that will run with support of the residents itself, said an official. On December 12 last year, after a decision with the Apartment Owners Association, Residents Welfare Association, and the social groups, as well as line with provisions of the Animal Welfare Board of India, the dog policy was put into effect in Noida. It defines the penalty, legal action for an offence that are not in accordance with the policy related to pet and stray animals. Among the various conditions, the policy also states that the authority will carry out sterilization and vaccination of stray dogs in each sector and village in consultation with the Residents Welfare Association and other five-member committee in a village. The authority is also tasked with making dog shelters in sectors or other sites on the demand. Take care and will or aggressive stray dogs. The demand for dog policy was felt last year after a 9-month-old baby died after allegedly being bitten by stray dog at a high-rise society in Sector 100 in October 22. The new shelters have provisions to keep aggressive, sick, accident-prone stray dogs. Platforms have been made for feeding and sheds have been made to keep them. Water tubs have been placed in the dog shelter in which clean water will be supplied daily, said SP Singh, Deputy General Manager, Health, Noida Authority, India. He added that the cost of the construction, the shelter equipment for sterilization and vaccination of dogs will borne by the Noida Authority, India. However, the operations of the dog shelter, which includes provision of food for dogs, clothing, washing, maintenance of the facility, and other expenses, will be borne by the RWS. This dog shelter currently have provisions to keep a minimum of 15 dogs per shelter. The responsibility of providing caretaker, a veterinarian in the RWA, said Singh. KKJ General Secretary of Federation of Noida Residents Welfare Association said the residents of Noida have been hassled by the nuisance of stray dogs. As well, we will be able to provide shelter to sick and aggressive dogs. It will definitely help in resolving the issue of dog bites in societies. On the other hand, Residents Welfare Association members are concerned about the expense of operating the shelter. The RWA has employed a caretaker and a para-vet. In addition to that, we will bear the expense of food and sanitization, which will be around